know what I'm saying? Kells G. I'm back, man. With another video and shit like that. Just tapping in with a little bit of something to talk about. Breeze over real quick. So yesterday at school and shit, took my EPA exam. Damn, I gotta call my mom after this. Took my EPA exam. Pretty much like, your certification to be a HVAC technician. Can't really work without it. You know what I'm saying? And four parts. There's a core, type 1, type 2, type 3. Probably mentioned it in another video somewhere. Don't know. Probably did though. I passed the core in the type 1. Failed the type 2 by 3 questions and failed type 3 by 1 question. So pretty much just gotta lock in a little bit more. I get to take my EPA exam again for my universal in my next class, my AC class at the end. So I have a lot of practice, a lot of time to brush up on that work and make sure I'm prepared this time. I'm just glad that I got out of my EPA class, my first refrigeration class, just with it, so I don't have to take 100 questions again, because there's people in our class that there's 100%, not even potentially, you got to take, the 100 question exam again because they ain't pass anything. Now, if you didn't at least get core, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, the core was kind of like, the core is mandatory because it's like, if you don't pass core, you don't get anything. So imagine if you pass 1, 2, and 3 types and then don't pass core, they won't give you, but you don't have to retake the exam again. So that's kind of like the fair play in it, like, because you don't have to take the exam again if you pass core. But they won't give you anything if you pass 1, 2, and 3 without core. So I passed core and 1, and now I got to take 2 and 3 again. And this time, just brush up. Damn, I don't know how long my camera was like ugly like that, but we ain't doubling back. We rocking out. We gonna do it. But gotta take core again. Gotta take 2 and 3 again and get the universal, because you can't purchase or work with refrigerant until you have your universal EPA license. You know what I mean? Or certification, whatever you want to call it. You can't work with refrigerant. Refrigerant is like probably the most valuable thing in all of HVAC, because there's refrigerants that isn't on the market anymore. You know what I mean? That you can still potentially buy. It's refrigerant that they don't sell. And some of these refrigerant systems that people have still run on that refrigerant. Like the ones that is like, not being sold anymore. So if you get what I'm going with this, like, you know what I mean, it could be valuable. You know what I'm saying? If you have something that's not, on the market anymore, it becomes more valuable, right? So you could definitely get, like, some good customers willing to pay for a refrigerant that their systems run on because it's not available anymore. Like, some people don't have the means to, buy a new freezer or a new refrigerator, or, you know what I mean? So they'll just be like, fuck it, top, and this is just the right words per se for the meaning I'm trying to say, and that's top off. Pretty much, what top off means. Like, you gotta, like, fill their shit up or whatever, or if they got a little bit in there, you can top it off with a little bit, shit like that, whatever. So yeah, you could definitely be very lucrative with having refrigerants and selling it by the pound or whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But past that, past the core, past the 1, just gotta go back and take 2 and 3. Said that 100 times already. And now you're just gonna work on other certifications moving forward. I would like to get my 609. That's pretty much working on ventilation systems in cars. I'm a big car guy. If anybody don't know, I love cars. In the cars, I want to get into the car community at some point. Once I, get everything together and everything. So I ain't even done paying for the car that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But I like to be in the car community, working on cars, being around cars, and making good money while doing it as well. And then, you can do side jobs and shit as long as you know what you're doing. Shit like that. Well, I know a little bit about electricity too, because electricity and HVAC go hand in hand because of furnaces and anything you got to plug into the wall or line electricity to. We got to know it. Relays and contactors and all that type of shit. You got to know how to do that. Transformers, all that shit, man. So I ain't no super pro at electricity, but I do know a little something. You know what I mean? So in the future, when I get my practice up, I can do little side jobs, fix little shit around people's crib, get a little couple dollars on the side and shit. And like they say, man, the more knowledgeable you are in something, the more you can, charge, because you're so knowledgeable, and you can always, people gonna appreciate your expertise. You know what I'm saying? People gonna love the fact that you don't gotta come back and keep fixing the same shit, because eventually, if a motherfucker keep, calling you back, they're gonna like, yo, how many times I gotta call the same person to fix the same thing? Unless they know that the problem that they're having is something that they don't mind keep fixing, like a top off to like a refrigerant thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't wanna buy a new refrigeration, system, freezer, whatever, that shit costs money, man. Shit is thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? But what is gonna hurt if you spend a couple $100 just to put a little bit of refrigerant in your system for the last couple months? You know what I mean? But that same money you could save will get you a whole new refrigerator. But that ain't for me to necessarily care about. If it's somebody that rock with or something, I'll tell them, because they're a friend of mine and shit like that. So of course I always let them know. But when it comes to consumer, everybody gotta eat, right? Everybody gotta get their money. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm a service tech, and then it's my job to tell you what's wrong with your system, and not to just come out and fix it. I mean, not to just come out and do subpar fixing, I should say, halfway fixing, knowing that I gotta come back or some shit like that. But yeah, that's really it. Got my midterm on Thursday. Midterm Thursday, no school Monday, so I can do my OSHA and all that shit like that, so I can be OSHA certified, get my universal, and get my 609. Them the only certifications I really care about, because that's what I want to do moving forward, working on ventilation systems in cars. And OSHA, just being OSHA certified, is just, you know what I mean, it's just a good keep to have. Like, the whole point of going to school is to be able to snatch up all the certifications you could get. You know what I mean? Be certified and make the most money as you could get everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as long as you got your universal, you qualified to work on all machinery. And then once you get your 609, you can work on cars. So I'll be eligible to work on pretty much any machinery that's out there. Well, whether I'm well versed at it or not, I can practice in it and be better at it. That's the whole point. And I can handle refrigerant. So that's really it, man. Just out here, I'm just trying, I'm just a young king trying to get it right, man. That's it. Trying to get this little money, make sure I'm good. And whatever comes in the future comes in the future, Yeah, but you can't make sure nobody else good until you good. You know what I'm saying? You can't love nobody else until you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking the necessary steps to make sure I'm okay. So one day maybe I can make sure somebody else is okay. If I ain't making sure I'm okay, I can't make sure nobody else is okay. And don't let that go over your head, man. Motherfuckers out here tell you whatever, but they action ain't matching their words. You feel me? So don't be no fool, man. I mean, Your gut feeling ain't never wrong. You know what I'm saying? I went against mine too many times. I'm done doing that. So that's really it for this video, though, man. I talked for 10 minutes. Just wanted to tell everybody what was going on with me and shit. Probably got some boxing news or some boxing videos coming up soon, just to keep shit flowing. You know what I mean? And that's really it. Today is February 3rd, 2026. And, you know, we're just going to keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying? Till we get to where we want to be, man. I'm tired too, brother. But we got motherfucking dreams to chase. You get what I'm saying? I'm up every day, 3:30, 4 o'clock, nigga, every day, nigga, making sure I get this shit together, nigga. No errors, stop, nigga. Do what you gotta do. Phone them. I mean, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And I'll catch y'all back on the next one, man. That's it, man. Fall live out. KLG out here.